I am on a journey to change time,
Yep.
right? And I've told you this before, right? I want to change the way we measure time from minutes to moments.
Yeah.
And the reason why is, and this is where the words parts come. So listen to me. All right, here we go. Because we don't remember everything, but everything we do remember was a moment. So we only remember moments.
That's an interesting concept.
All right, give it to me. Tell me why.
Okay, so we don't remember everything. That's very true. But what we do remember is moments. It makes me think of this movie that I loved just like a couple of years ago. I think they came out with a new one, Inside Out.
Oh, yeah.
That was great because she did not remember everything. Like the main character, she didn't remember like everything, but the things she did remember were moments based on like emotions. And so it wasn't time. It didn't like have like the time, the year, the day, etc., etc. But they were moments for her.
So
and I think that would be a great concept.
So what if everything was a moment? What if everything was a moment, right? What if that was your goal, to turn every minute into a moment, right?
Yeah.
Right, because the only things we remember, and I actually think that's what everyone is really after. I've been thinking about this a lot. In our culture, everybody thinks it's money, right? But if you even think about money, what people are really after are moments that money can create, right?
Yeah.
Oh, if I have money, I can have a moment on a plane. If I have money, I can have a moment on vacation, right? Even when I actually think that's what everyone's about. Even wars, right? When people are in war, and the reason I get mad at you for killing my family member is because you took away my opportunity to have more moments, right? So I think that moments are actually what everyone's after anyway, right? I don't think they're after, and since that's what they're after anyway, then I have to ask myself, who gets to determine whether a minute is a moment?
That's a good question. I mean, those were some dramatic examples.
I know. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I've been thinking a lot about it. All right. So who gets to determine though? Honestly.
And I think that would actually. That's interesting. Who does? I guess it would be society itself.
I think it's you. I think you get to decide whether it's a minute or a moment. And I think you can do it by simply asking yourself, am I in a minute or am I in a moment? Right? And then you can decide, right? And here's what I think is super cool about moments. I got to say this part before Mr. Nate yells at us. But here's what I think is super cool about moments. In any given moment, you get to choose how you feel. Right?
Yeah.
In any given moment, you get to choose how you feel. So what happened if you could change every minute to a moment?
You can choose how you feel all the time.
You could choose how you feel all the time.
That's cool.
That is pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, I think that would be a really cool concept. And so that's why I've been trying to change time. I want people to not keep track of time in minutes. I'd rather them keep track of time in moments.
Yeah.
Right? So instead of, hey, we got to leave in 30 minutes, hey, we got 30 moments until we got to leave. Make sure you're maximizing them, right?
Yeah.
Make sure you're maximizing them because then we got to go have other moments, other places, right? But we stop thinking of time in that way.
Yeah. I feel like people will be a lot happier that way because, like, you're always, like, rushing. Everything is rushing, like, in this society. Because, like, I have 30 minutes, I have 5 seconds, etc., etc. And so if you change that into moments, be like, oh, I have a quiz. And I have about 40 moments until I can go take this quiz and make a moment. And that would be, like, a lot easier, less stressful, and just better, I think.
And before Mr. Nate cut it off, I'll tell you, I got that from Jesus. Matthew chapter 6. Do not worry about tomorrow. He quite literally says, he didn't say don't think about tomorrow. He said just don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Live in this moment. Live in this moment. right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, dude, this dude said dope stuff. He said really dope stuff. I'm like, I don't know why everybody is not geeking out over this because Jesus said super dope stuff, man.
Yeah.
I thought that was so. Anyway.